Every great team needs an X factor.
Counter smoke. The flash is there, excuse me. Oh, TenZ!
A player who will take over the game.
There's a second. It's Ye. That's the next layer of the issue. You're gonna go watch one of these. Don't double down on Ye right now.
And win you championships.
They're gonna get the defuse. They've done it. Sentinels are the Masters 2 Reykjavik champions.
No matter how solid fundamentally your team is,
Just to get at least to halfway in the defusal. Shakes on the opposite picture. Oh my God!
every team needs an X factor. Hello and welcome to Storylines. In this series we will be talking about the fan theories, competitive shindigs, and exciting narratives of the competitive esports world. And what better way to start off a series than with a banger, the battle of NA Jets, AIM Gods, and 1v5ers alike, TenZ, Ye, and Asuna. I'll be going over the competitive backgrounds of each player, the nature and style in which they play the game, and what the current narrative / fan consensus is on their professional career. Now, to be clear, this is not a comparison video about who I think is the best out of these players. That is for you to discuss in the comment section of this video. Please subscribe, I need attention. Without further ado, let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit.
Top of the morning, 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 top of the morning.
Tyson TenZ Nyo is a 20-year-old professional Valorant player from Nanaimo, British Columbia. Hashtag West Coast Best Coast, Canada #1. Currently fulfilling the duelist role for the Kings of NA, arch villains of the current NA Valorant scene, Sentinels. TenZ has been playing competitive tac shooters, starting with Thy Game Who Shall Not Be Named, since he was getting yelled at by his mother for not finishing his soup.
Finish your friggin' food!
I'm trying.
Now!
Holy
And finish this! Dinner's in an hour!
holy okay.
And if you haven't been living under a rock or crying into your pillow about how God won't give you your own version of Kaede, you'll know why TenZ is widely referred to as the most gifted natural aimer of competitive Valorant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, who said he's overrated, huh?
How do you not talk about this?
This is the best player in the world right now.
Rounds to come. This is
That's just a fact.
This dude is so good, it's almost not fair. Why does he get both? God. Why? TenZ is known for a sporadic playstyle and being the definition of an X factor in a game like Valorant. His ability to utilize characters like Jett and Reyna to play at insane levels of aggression single-handedly wins Sentinels a lot of rounds.
Diablo.
Okay.
3 found. Give him the 4. Crashies will fall for
Oh
him.
my
Give him
goodness
the
gracious.
ace.
What?
TenZ
God
gonna
can't
drag
the man
Sentinels
do?
to the
Dubbed the TenZ effect, enemies just play worse around him. TenZ has stated that a lot of his skill can be attributed to his confidence when playing, and it definitely shows when he pushes defensive positions and catches enemies by surprise.
Enemy kill.
Now, the current narrative around TenZ is... okay, he's got mad simps. He's widely regarded as one of the best mechanical players Valorant has ever seen, or will see. So much so that if he performs anywhere less than the second or first frag of his team, he gets immensely flamed by the community for underperforming.
Like Nitro and TenZ could meet up and share a couple tips, because judging by TenZ's performance today, maybe he might need them.
Well,
Or being irresponsible with his habit of changing in-game settings way too much. In a way, his reputation of being so damn good that if he gets carried by his team for a couple series in a row, he's a scumbag, washed up rat of a player, almost speaks to how good he is. Speaking of which, with TenZ being so popular in the community from his stream and impressive competitive performances, his best player in the world status leads to many of his detractors, as well as fans, waiting to see how long he can continue being so far ahead of his competition. Speaking of competition, flawless fucking segue. I'm so good at this. Our next subject of interest is...
Okay, just say you're not ready. Okay, coming in heavy. Okay, they ain't in shape.
Jacob Ye Whitaker is a 23-year-old professional Valorant player who previously played on New York's team Andbox and has now been picked up by Masters 2 finalists Envy. Ye, besides having the coolest nickname out of all of the pros, El Diablo, which he gained amongst the pro community for absolutely shit-stomping kids in scrims and ranked.
Wait, this team is actually...
Oh my god, El Diablo himself. El Diablito. El Diablo. Oh mi amor.
Is Envy's current Jet player. Ye, or Yester, alike TenZ, also hails from CS, playing on a slew of rosters starting in 2015 such as Complexity, United, and Noble. Ye is known for tearing shit up in ranked and scrims, but has also been showing his El Diablo persona in recent officials, especially Masters 2 Berlin.
Looked like so good against like Sentinels. Yay! Still looking good. Excuse me, Ye. Got his ult, but it is against big boy Nat, and Ye's gonna get that to halfway. You know it is. Now, Nat, what are you gonna do about this though? Okay, that's the plan. Okay, forces him off, and the spam comes in. He goes right back out.
Oh, wait.
Ye, what can you do? The right click. Nat, he's just doing the.
What am I watching?
The frag.
What am I watching? He's got the defuse, Lauren. Ye has just clutched that round.
His combination of aggression and mechanical ability mixed with a much more controlled style of gameplay makes him an absolute demon to deal with. Unlike TenZ, who will win you rounds out of nowhere, Ye will consistently appear and do his job as a duelist by winning key frags throughout the round. That's not to say he can't do the same as TenZ, though.
He gets cleaned up by Ye, and Ye gets the second one as well. 34 health. Dancing around the corner, he gets 3. El Diablo, baby, you gotta fear him. Looking for 4. This is why you fear this man. This is why he's so highly touted, because he makes plays like that happen.
Just dragging them down to the depth.
The current narrative on Ye is that he is an absolute beast. Being regarded so highly by a lot of the pro community makes him stand out in the eyes of the fans. And when he shows up and does Ye things by killing their entire team, that's just him at work. He doesn't have the public image that someone like TenZ or Hiko does, with thousands of fans simping in their Twitch chats, but that leads to a core proportion of those who follow competitive Valorant to look up to Ye as a godsend player. He's not a star, but he plays like one. Ye does unfortunately get compared to the likes of TenZ a lot more than I think he should, solely based on their similar role that they play on the team of killing everyone they see. The fact of the matter is, Ye is an amazingly skilled player who, with the help and addition of Marved on controller, skyrocketed Envy to a second place finish at Masters Berlin. While the community and fans may always compare Ye to TenZ, I think he stands out in a much different way while still giving fans the pop-off clips and moments that they want to see. What fans are expecting from Ye now after Masters 2 is how he's going to perform at Champions. He hasn't been with Envy for too long, but a lot of people riding off the hype of his nickname El Diablo and his general perception by the pros of destroying scrims, a lot of people expect Ye to reach TenZ's level of stardom in terms of fragging out and dropping 30 and ACS 500 plus on some of these teams and officials. And what will happen between the competition between him and TenZ? Who will claim the title of best duelist in NA? And because they live in NA, NA is the world, NA number 1. We'll just have to see, and that's the competitive narrative between the two. Our last but not least player is Asuna. Holy fuck. Peter Asuna, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, is an 18-year-old professional Valorant player currently playing the duelist role for the Heroes of NA 100 Thieves. Asuna, just like our other two players, also had a brief stint of playing competitive shooters from that game, but recently found his footing after joining the Immortals Valorant roster back during release days. Along with his Zoomer pal Dicey, he was picked up by 100 Thieves in October of 2020. With the power of God and anime on his side, Asuna pulls off the craziest plays ever on a consistent basis and is viewed by the community as being the staple pop-off player on the ancient, I grew up before internet was a thing, 100 Thieves roster.
Ethan's also red. There's more down low. Austin wants to get aggressive, just on the ropes. What in the SEAL Team 6 is this? He's gonna find one more, and the right click. He's gonna confirm the ace. What in the heavens is that?
Asuna is a player defined by the community as simply being insane. His mechanics are on point, and with the help of veterans Hiko and Nitro on his team, his decision making and clutch factor are also becoming very, very scary. He's the pinnacle of cracked Fortnite zoomer aim. Watching his POV during a clutch is the most anxiety-inducing thing in the world. It's like watching someone who's freezing on a roller coaster during an earthquake. 1v2 clutch against professional players like it's nothing. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Giveaway, however, the immediate pop of the Empress needs to be done for Asuna now, because he knows he's going to be potentially going up against both players at once, and he's right to assume that, but it doesn't even matter. Shuts both of them out for the quad on the round.
Overall, the narrative around Asuna is very positive. Unlike Ye and TenZ, who kind of have this thing going on between them, Asuna is an extremely humble and nice player whose only apparent downside is that if you follow him on Twitter, you're gonna see a lot of Asian women. Bro, I respect the hustle, but I got parents who look at my phone. I can't follow you. Everyone knows Asuna is an amazing player and personality. So the story around him now is how far he can go. What is his ceiling? 100 Thieves as a team has been steadily consistent and steadily improving throughout the year. So with changes taking Steel out and Boy in, how far can this team go? And will the original idea of 100 Thieves and Asuna's place within it reach its full potential?
The bridge is available, but they have to go back for that one. Right now, they're pretty hard committed. Asuna on the thief again. Asuna going big. 3 kills.
But everyone is steadily watching to see how far this team is going to go. These 3 players and the roles they fulfill are keystones of their current teams. The best teams right now, looking at teams like 100 Thieves, Sentinels, Gambit, Ascend, or Envy as examples, is 4 strong players playing around 1 X Factor. And depending on who can take upon this role and what teams can play around each other the best, you have a team and a formula that not many people can play against. And that's what makes players like TenZ, Asuna, and Ye so exciting. These 3 define the role of the 1v5 cracked Jett main, and regardless of narratives, will probably go down as greats in the history of NA Valorant esports. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this type of content, and please let me know in the comments which players you want to hear about next. Thanks again for watching. Y'all are the best, and peace.
My mama mad at me, I know I fucked up big. My girl mad at me, I know I fucked up big. What's love? I guess I'll never understand. Every time I say I'm sorry, I do that shit again.